Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. So today's video is about side chicks and mistresses and jump offs and concubines and being the other woman and being a kept woman and women who don't mind sharing and receiving and dealing with married men and men who are borrowed and men who are air quote on loan and men who are not fully available. And I also wanted to have a conversation about the Jezebel spirit and the reactionary double standards and triple standards that come with women who cheat with married men. And I also want to start a conversation on why women who cheat with married men are nailed to the cross and are judged very harshly by other women, and why mistresses and side chicks get more than their fair share of the blame when it comes to affairs and cheating. Now, we all know about Nicole Murphy and the quote unquote mistake that she made with Hollywood director Antoine Fuqua. And Nicole is very adamant about the incident only being a kiss. And so far, Lord Fuqua is as quiet as a church mouse. And Mr. Antoine Fuqua and his reputation have pretty much gone unscathed. And no one is talking about Antoine breaking his vows. And there is the sound of crickets about Antoine absolutely humiliating his wife, the beautiful Layla Rashawn. And there is absolute radio silence about Antoine and his indiscretions and the disrespectful level of his public betrayal. Antoine isn't being roasted or dragged by his shiny, bald, milk dud head. Antoine hasn't acknowledged Nicole Murphy on any level. And he never will. He hasn't acknowledged the reckless, hurtful images that were snapped of him being trifling in Italy. And Antoine hasn't even publicly apologized to his wife. And more importantly, this kiss with Nicole Murphy will not affect his bottom line or his reputation or his revenue stream, and he will continue to be a successful Hollywood director. But Nicole, on the other hand, has taken a severe beating to her reputation. She has been called every derogatory name under the sun, and she has been pinned with the label of the homewrecker who has a Jezebel spirit. And for those of you who don't know, the Jezebel spirit is a woman or a man who covets or desires or goes after men or women who are taken. And the Jezebel spirit uses intelligence to be cunning and conniving and calculating. The Jezebel spirit is basically a wolf in sheep's clothing that lacks boundaries and respect and is essentially a person who has an untrustworthy spirit. The Jezebel spirit hates following the rules and dogma and authority, and the Jezebel spirit loves attention, especially when it comes to the attention of men. The Jezebel spirit wants what she or he wants, and she or he is a woman who is willing to do whatever it takes to compete for the object of her affection. And with the Jezebel spirit, there is no line that she or he isn't willing to cross to get what she or he believes is their due. And while the Jezebel spirit is almost always associated with women, the Jezebel spirit is genderless and can be either a man or a woman. But we're talking about women in this video. So once a woman is hit with the label of having a Jezebel spirit, it is a vicious label that is almost impossible to shake because it is a label that is very triggering for women, especially for women who are in the titled position of wife. And the Jezebel spirit is very triggering for women who know what it feels like to be betrayed by another woman. And women, for the most part, see cheating as vile and low class, and it just leaves a bad taste in women's mouths, right? And most women who have lived long enough, and this will happen, will be burned by another woman, or will be stabbed in the back by another woman, or will have dealt with frenemies or vicious, petty women. And I will always say this on my channel, as redundant as it sounds, women are competitive and comparative, especially when it comes to the arena of men. So once a woman becomes married, that is considered sacred territory, and women who are willing to cheat with married men are considered women who violate sacred territory. So for those of you who need and want to an explanation, right? They want to need and they want to understand, right? While Nicole Murphy is getting most of the skull dragging and most of the criticism, you're absolutely right. It is because she's a woman. And this will be very triggering for many of my viewers and my listeners to hear, but women are not wired to practice solidarity amongst each other because of the mindset of comparison-itis. And this is why cattiness and pettiness and squabbles amongst the women tend to thrive, because women are prone to cut each other down, and women are prone to throw each other under the bus, and women are prone to see each other as rivals, especially when it comes to getting money and attention and resources from men. And there will be always be the quote unquote double standard of women who cheat. It is considered disgusting by men because when it comes to men, to women who cheat with married men, however, women who cheat with married men are considered unscrupulous, right? And vile and low and snake like. And when a woman is a proven snake, she will be viciously punished and publicly punished by other women. And the reason why men do not get dragged is because men are expected to be men. Men are not the same as women, and women are not the same as men. And those differences are as stark as night and day. Men are expected, ladies, to think with the little head. And men, for the most part, are motivated by lust. And men, for the most part, see cheating as an opportunity for pleasure and nothing more and nothing less. But when a woman cheats with a known married man, that is a woman who is considered an opportunist. And an opportunist is considered to be way more calculating than a man who just wants the garden variety that comes with getting laid. And that is the difference. An opportunist usually has an agenda. And that is why women who cross that line get lit up by other women. Because a woman who cheats with a married man usually wants more than sex. Women who cheat with married men are usually using sex as a means to acquire something tangible, like attention or money or time or a reality show and the opportunities that come with it. And that is why when a woman is willing to compete for a relationship that is already established, she gets no respect. Now, women who cheat with married men, they cheat for all sorts of reasons, right? Women cheat with married men because some men are powerful and connected. Some women cheat with married men because they want to win. Women cheat with married men to soothe their vanity and their egos. Women cheat with married men because they're damaged and broken. Women cheat with married men because they have low self-esteem. And yes, a physically attractive woman can have low self-esteem. Some women cheat because they are competitive and comparative and envious and jealous of wives in particular. Some women cheat with married men because some married men can afford more than one woman. I know women don't like to hear that. Women cheat with married men because some married men can provide a high quality lifestyle. Women cheat with married men because some women prefer to not be vulnerable or emotionally attached to men. And although it's a rarity, sometimes another woman's husband is your soulmate. Cheating with married men is as old as time, and it is a practice. No matter our feelings on monogamy or loyalty, right, or disloyalty, cheating will never stop. And knowing what a Jezebel spirit is so important, ladies, and it's why you need to subscribe to this channel. It's so important on a hypergamous journey because women need to be aware that when it comes to quality men and quality husbands, if he is financially a successful man, or a good-looking man, or a great father, or an amazing husband, there will always be a Jezebel spirit lurking in the bushes and peeping through the blinds and looking for the cracks in the foundation and plotting and scheming and being slick, who feels entitled to test the boundaries of your relationship or your marriage just because they can and just because they want what you have. Now, men are going to do what they want to do when women aren't looking. People are going to do what they want to do when no one's looking. So I'm less inclined to judge women who move the way they need to move and who move the way they want to move and who move the way they move. Because I personally feel that it is up to the husband to uphold his vows and that it is up to the husband to draw the line in the sand when it comes to women who are given the green light, right? Who are giving the green light. But I also don't endorse women who cheat with married men because I personally believe in karma. But some people don't, and that is okay. But I believe that karma is real, and I've seen it with my own very eyes, how karma can skip a person and affect their children. And for the most part, relationships that are built on deceit and lies and hurt and pain hardly ever, if ever, have a happily ever after because it is very hard to establish a foundation of intimacy and trust with two people who have cheated with each other. Because when a man cheats with you, he will cheat on you. And it's so ironically amazing to me that the hurtful things that people are willing to do to others are the very same hurtful things that people do not want being done to them. But that is the hypocrisy and the contradiction of human nature. And life is stranger than fiction. Some people are just wired to be toxically self focused, and some people simply do not care about consequences because some people are all about living in the moment. So that's all I have to say on this for now. Cheating hurts, betrayal hurts, lies hurt, and being humiliated hurts. But Jezebel spirits and women who are willing to cheat with married men are a dime a dozen, and they are everywhere because there will always be women who are willing to compete and who are willing to cross that line to get what they want, no matter who they hurt. And that is why women who get caught cheating with married men get roasted. So stay tuned for more videos to come, and I will catch up with you guys in the next one.